So, Namaskar, all of you. Odisha Civil Service Mains 2023 batch ର optional test series, optional anthropology test number 9. तो तार जो questions अच्छी तार details आपनको कहबी. तो आज हमर anthropology रो test number 9 आउ basically आर syllabus रोची पेपर 2 रो full syllabus कहीं ना पेपर 2 रो up to unit 8 अच्छी so that we have already covered. Okay, so full syllabus आपनकर रोची पेपर 2 रो. जो माने ऑनलाइन ज्वाइन करचंती you have to send it as one PDF file 9437002210 को और जो माने क्लासरूम में ज्वाइन करचंती लेखिकी सेठी सबमिट करिवे. Okay, so let us start then. Section A, 250 words भितर लिखिबे 12टा क्वेश्चन देछि any 10 you have to write आउ 15 मार्क each question रोज. Question 1, how does biogenetic variability among tribal populations influence their susceptibility to specific diseases, and what socio-economic factors exacerbate these health disparities? How does land alienation continue to the cycle of poverty and indebtedness among tribal communities? And what legal frameworks have been ineffective in addressing this issue? Question 3. How have large-scale development projects historically affected tribal displacement? And what have been the long-term socio-economic consequences of inadequate rehabilitation and resettlement policies? Question 4. How do the diverse ethnic and linguistic elements of Indian population influence regional political dynamics and policy making? Question 5. How have the concept of Varnashrama and Purushartha structured social roles in traditional Indian society, and what critiques have emerged regarding their applicability in contemporary times? Question 6. How did the spread of Buddhism and Jainism challenge the prevailing social norms of their times, and what lasting impacts they have had on Indian society? Question 7. How did 19th and early 20th century scholars and administrators shape the development of anthropology in India, and what biases influenced their work? Question 8. What are the defining characteristics of Indian society that distinguish it from other cultural contexts, and how have anthropologists approached its study? Question 9. How effective have protective legislations been in addressing the exploitation and deprivation of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and what gaps remain? Question 10. How did colonial policies influence social change among Indian tribes, and what continuities or disruptions are evident in post-independent period? Question 11. How have historical administrative approaches to tribal areas shaped current policies and development plans, and what lessons can be learned? Question 12. In what ways do linguistic diversity and socio-economic status intersect to affect educational attainment among India's tribal communities? Okay, it is section A. Now coming to section B, 300 words bhitar lekhibe 6ta bhitru any 5 you have to appear 20 mark each question. In the context of India's forest policy, how have conservation efforts conflicted with tribal rights, and what model exists for harmonious coexistence? Question 14. In what ways has internal migration affected the linguistic landscape of urban centers in India, and what implications does this have for social cohesion? Question 15. In what ways does the doctrine of karma and belief in rebirth reinforce social stratification within the caste system? Question 16. In what ways did the advent of Islam and Christianity introduce new social dynamics, and how did they interact with the existing caste-based structures? Question 17. Considering the quote by Franz Boas, Anthropology demands the open-mindedness with which one must look and listen. How have Indian anthropologists embodied this principle in their fieldwork? Question 18. In what ways has anthropology contributed to understanding regionalism, communalism, and ethnic movements in India? And how can this knowledge inform policy making? So, it is test number 9. Okay, this is a full syllabus test of paper 2. So, best wishes जो मैंने anthropology optional नहीं की आपनकर मेंस ପାଇଁ prepare କରୁଛନ୍ତି. Stay focused and study hard. Namaskar.